Hi, everyone. I am joined by Jared Anderson, who is getting ready to return Saturday night, April 13, against Riyad Mary at the American Bank Center in Corpus Christi, Texas. Another showcase opportunity for Jared, fighting on ESPN, headlining yet another card. Jared, you had a standout 2023 campaign, going 3-0, beat former world title holder Charles Martin, stopped two other credible contenders. Uh, but you've had a rather uneven path getting to this fight, but wanted to quickly go into 2023. What did you learn from yourself in those fights as you progress through the ranks to become a title challenger yourself one day?
I learned that I have to be a boxer 24/7 and not just when I have a fight coming up. That's the biggest thing I learned. Everything else it was pretty much common sense to me, you know. I feel like I'm moving pretty good and we on to the next.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned being a fighter 24/7. You've alluded to this in the interviews in the past, saying that you don't the love and passion for boxing just isn't there. You see it as a job and as a means to provide for your family. Just out of curiosity, at what point in your life and career did you lose your passion for the sport a little bit?
Probably like 6 or 7 fights in.
Hmm.
It was right after the bubble, really, right when the world came back to to the sport and allowed fans and stuff. Uh, I think I was having fun and I was still being a kid. I was still enjoying what I had going on. But then after that, it kind of had a different feel for the sport. I started to see the world and the sport for what it really is. Uh, you can't, you know what I'm saying? I take everything on the chin, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, it's such a hypocritical sport. And so that's why I kind of disagree with a lot of things.
Mhm. Is there something specific you want to point to, kind of being turned off by the business of boxing or
Oh, it's a
infrastructure?
lot. I could almost go all day. It's a lot. I mean, ain't nothing specific. I'm gonna point out just the biggest two things is one, um, it's a dog eat dog world as far as the business goes, and then on the other side, even if that wasn't just the only issue, you also have the fans, and commentators, and people who are um I'm gonna just go in general. Fans of boxing and commentators. You get what I'm saying? Where let them go past, but in a general sense, fans of boxing and commentators and stuff like that, you got a hypocritical world to where you can't do no right. And even when you do, very good, it only lasts for so long because the second you make one mistake, no matter what it is, no matter how little, how big, you're gonna get criticized for it. And it just, it gives a whole different spin to your career. Sure.
Mhm. Do you think your, distrust or disdain, dislike for boxing is perhaps contributed to some of your shortcomings outside of the ring?
Not even a little bit. No.
Gotcha. And
It all came from that. Came from boxing, like actually the actual sport of boxing.
mhm. And for those watching, obviously, you had two separate incidents over the last few months. One was the high-speed chase with police. The other one was being arrested for the driving under the influence and the improper use of a firearm. What was that process like for you, just learning from yourself and becoming a man? I know you're on your way to becoming a father as well, too. So what are these learning experiences been like for you?
Um, I mean, living life. It is what it is. You can only do what you can do. You take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? People make mistakes. I made mine. And I'm doing what's necessary to make those wrongs or right. Um, I haven't. I won't say I have any takeaway because I definitely took away that it won't happen again and I won't do it. But um, it's just a bump in the road that I can't turn back now. It is what it is.
Mhm. I talked to Bob Arum a few days ago, and he told me he has big plans for you. He told me 2025, he's looking at already Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker, Li Zhang, Joe Joyce, those types of names for you to be fighting. Do you believe you're ready for a group of veterans like that?
I'm ready tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
What does an all-American heavyweight fight between you and Deontay Wilder look like?
I I'll be wanting to go there, but I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna be who I truly am because I know that's what everybody wants to see. But I respect Deontay. I think he got a hell of a punch, but he can't beat me. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like he can't beat me, man. I'm too well of an all around boxer. And I'm gonna beat him in a great fashion.
Mm-hmm. What do you think separates you as the next heir to not only the heavyweight throne, but the throne of American heavyweights? What separates you from the likes of Deontay Wilder that you would approve in the ring as well?
For one, I'm marketable, very marketable. I can talk the walk, I can walk the walk. Um, I'm into the show business, as you can see. I make it fun for the kids when I walk out, and then I mean business when I step into the ring. I think my jab is spectacular. I think my footwork is only getting better, and I'm a student of the game. So I think that's what separates us.
Sounds like a dangerous night for Rayad Mary on Saturday night, April 13th. But
100%.
with your relationships with Antonio Leonard, James Prince, and Bob Arum, well, what is the advice that they're giving you at this stage of your career as you not only progress, but deal through the growing pains and go through the maturity phase as well?
Well, for one, to stop driving. But the biggest thing is, just to stay the course, heed to what they're saying, and continue to try and get better every day so that when they do pop out with that big name or that name that's supposed to put me on the map for the world to see, that I'm 100% ready and I don't have to, get ready.
Mm-hmm. You've teased retirement at the age of 27. I'm just curious for you, what are your passions outside of boxing? What do you plan on doing outside of boxing once you retire?
My plan is to make as much money as possible, because no matter what you do, you ain't gonna be able to stop working. I heard this from a few different people, but even the richest people I know still work to this day. No matter the billionaires, the millionaires, the gillionaires, all that, they work every day still. Because no matter what you do, you're gonna have to be able to, pay your bills. The bigger houses you buy, they're gonna have taxes. The cars you have gonna have to have insurance. You gonna have the life insurance, all that stuff. Your kids, you're gonna have to pay for their stuff. So you're gonna have to work, but my plan is to, work in a different way and let my money work for itself, whether it just be, a business aspect, because I'm very business minded. And I ain't gonna say always have been, but I've grown to be more business minded. So my goal is to just, work without having to work a physical way, physical form.
Hmm. Obviously, you're a boxer. You're a prize fighter by every sense of the word. Is there a certain number you're looking to make in your career? Do you have that number in front of you that you're looking to
Um,
achieve?
I'd probably say like 75 M's, maybe a little less, maybe 50, something like that, but it's in that range, that ballpark.
Mm-hmm. Well, definitely the big time fights could take you there. I know you're also working your way up through the rankings to put yourself in a position to be a mandatory for these heavyweight titles. The division will get a better, a clearer picture this year when Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk they finish their rivalry. It looks like they're going to fight twice, maybe the second one being sometime later this year. You've been a sparring partner for Tyson Fury. He's called you the heir to the throne. Just curious how you see that fight unfolding. Kind of, I know you bashed commentators a little bit, but I want you to be a commentator on this one and just give me your opinion.
I like Tyson in the fight. I think he's a very smart fighter. I think he adapts well. So I wouldn't 100% know how it's going because Tyson can switch it up at any moment. I feel like he could be aggressive, but not too aggressive because I don't want Usyk to, use his natural boxing skills to, outpoint him. But I think he is a very smart fighter, and even if he does come aggressive, he's going to slow up in order to, do the things properly to win the fight. But I take Tyson in it.
You've seen Tyson in training camp at different stages. Just remind me again, how many camps have you been with Tyson Fury?
So
Gotcha. And which fights were those?
the second and third Deontay Wilder fight.
So with that, I mean, you're obviously there for two of his biggest wins in his career. What did you see in that Ngannou fight that was totally missing the mark of the Fury you saw up close and personal? Do you feel like you didn't take that camp seriously?
You trying to draw me into something? Nah, I don't know if I like to answer that one. I don't know. No
No,
comment. I ain't got
totally
no
fine.
comment for
I
that
was
one.
just, a lot of people have their opinions on how Fury looked in that fight. He obviously looked very shaky, but he seems to be in a different mindset in this one, and that's why I think you're going with Fury on the prediction. Well, I want to switch gears very quickly to another Tyson, Mike Tyson, who's fighting Jake Paul July 20. You're looking to retire at 27, and Tyson is still fighting at 58. Just curious on your thoughts on what this matchup is all about.
I don't really want to entertain it. I don't even want to watch it, to be honest. I hope Mike win. You know what I'm saying? But he fighting somebody really half his age, so um, I don't know. I think he still got something left, but I I don't know if you seen it or not. But James Toney and Razor, I can't.
Yeah, Razor Ruddock.
Yeah, yeah, Razor Reddick. Yeah, they had fought like not too long ago in Jamaica, man, and that was horrible. So to see something like that, and they probably trained a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But to see something like that and to think that he got to go against somebody half his age, I don't really want to see it. I think it hurt Mike's legacy, and I just want to see him in a great limelight at all times. So I
Mhm.
really hope he wins. And it's just a good night of boxing for everybody else, and the fans have a good show.
Did you grow up a Mike Tyson fan?
Not really. I didn't really grow up watching boxing, period. But the more I learn the sport and what it does to people, and how I feel like the sport took advantage of Mike, the more I fall in love with his story and who he is as a person.
Who are some of the boxers you looked up to, or not looked up to, but perhaps followed as your love and passion for boxing grew? Some of those heavyweights.
There wasn't no heavyweights. It was all the people around me in the gym. It wasn't. I didn't watch boxing. It just wasn't what I do. It's rarely what I do now. If I watch it now, it's because I have a personal connection with it.
hmm And
So all the
lastly,
people about. Go ahead.
oh no, I was going to say, and lastly, Riyad Mary, April 13, cruiserweight coming up to heavyweight. He sneaked away with the split decision against Tony Yoka in December. Um, he considers himself a bridgerweight by heart, or by his true natural weight class. I want you to call your shot now, Jared. How does this fight look for you, and what do you look to prove?
I don't look to prove anything because I don't have anything to prove. I look to go make. I look to go look as sharp as possible because I've been off for a second, and I just plan to make the best of this opportunity, especially being on ESPN again. Um, and make easy work of it, because I know it's not, no work is easy work, but I plan to make it look easy tonight. I mean, Saturday night. So I plan to, have a good time and just have fun with it.
Well, we'll be looking forward to following along, looking forward to seeing what the rest of the year looks like for you. And like we mentioned, Bob Arum sounds like he has some big plans for you. So hopefully we'll see you executing on that in short order. Good luck to you Saturday night, Jared.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate